There are multiple massive blog post breakdown videos on my channel right now, but this one, I want to be very clear, is focused on augments, okay? So inside the massive main blog post, they did a spin-off second blog post focused on all the new augment abilities and like what they do and how they've changed also from Black Ops 6, because some of them have changed as well. So that's what this video is going to focus on. It's going to be a augments deep dive. But if you want to see some of the other content, like my trailer reaction and initial breakdown, if you want to see the massive blog post deep dive part 1 or the massive blog post deep dive part 2, all of that's on my channel. So hit the subscribe button so you don't miss those videos in the future, obviously. But for the meantime, you can just click onto my channel name on youtube.com/MrRoflWaffles and you'll be able to see all that stuff right there. Okay? So with that said, even though this is shorter than the main blog post, it's still enormous. So I'd recommend you grab a drink of choice. I've got some gamer subs, link in the description. If you want to use code Milo, you can get 10% off. You can actually get free samples as well. Do !free on Twitch, and you can order some free samples. But I've got my drink. I'm actually coming to the end of it, so I'm going to make some more in a second here. And we're going to buckle up, get cozy, and work through this together, okay? So, find new ways to survive Black Ops 7 zombies with augment intel on 192 new and returning enhancements, including research diagrams for every perk, ammo mod, and field upgrade, as expected. Chew on the new and returning gobblegums coming at launch as well. So we're going to skip this bit because this is just like a summary of stuff that they're about to say anyway. General information and additional augments. Spending time in the research laboratory certainly starts to pay dividends, as Black Ops 7 launches with a huge selection of perks, ammo mods, field upgrades, and an influx of new augments across all this content. There are new research diagrams for every enhancement, as well as new, powerful buffs to wield across the dark ether. Okay. Black Ops 7 Zombies arrives with 24 different types of enhancements divided into 3 categories: perks, ammo mods, and field upgrades. So just to be clear, when they talk about enhancements, right, they're not talking about like you drinking creatine or something. They're talking about just perks, field upgrades, and ammo mods. That's it, okay? Every one of these enhancements arrives with a set of augments to unlock and use. Some returning augments have received tuning changes and tweaks, so forget some of what you know and prepare to learn some new tricks. For each returning enhancement, 3 majors and 3 minors are going to be back, and there's going to be 1 additional major and 1 additional minor. This is actually some information that we did see in the big blog post, so I'm going to be pretty quick here. You can also unlock an extra slot so you can equip 2 minors at once, okay? You may have noticed Lightmend and Shatterblast and Tesla Storm, Frostblast, and Mr. Peaks are not returning at launch. That's because they're drips feeding them to us in season as seasonal content, which I hate, but it is what it is. So let's talk about the general changes to augments. We've got round preservation. So again, this is stuff from the main blog, so I'm going to go very quickly through this because I have covered it in those other videos. Anytime an augment enables an enemy to be charmed, it will not kill the final zombie in the round. So there's basically round end protection. Big Game has had a buff, so it triggers more frequently. The damage types without a hit location, like Dead Wires, Lightning Strike, are no longer automatically considered crits, which I think is unfortunate. And one shot, one chance. Augments that operate on a per shot influence have a short cooldown now, so as to not make them overwhelmingly effective for those weapon types, such as Dead Again or Critical Eye, which again, I think is slightly unfortunate, but it is what it is. Bailey, thank you for the prime. So, let's talk about Health Overcharge. This is a new mechanic in Black Ops 7. A new feature is Overheal. It's a modifying buff that allows you to temporarily increase your max health. Enhanced Health. The most you can raise your health by combined augment effects like Juggernaut's Probiotic and the Stim Shot equipment, for example, is plus 100 health above your current health maximum. Okay. So that's enhanced health currently. That's going from 150 to 250, right? Overheal. Employ specific tactics and you can increase your health further. It's temporary, meaning unlike your regular health, it doesn't regen over time. The bonus is lost once your current health drop below the normal maximum. Oh, we're getting raided. Let's go, Kingman. Thank you so much. Kingman, welcome in your audience. We are going into depth about augments, okay? So, you can gain this extra overhealed health, but then, interestingly, it sounds like you get it until you lose it again. Like, it's not going to just go away with time. The bonuses only last once your current health drops below the normal max. So you could overheal to like 500 health, and then you could have 500 health for like 15 minutes, right? And then you could like get hit a bunch and then get knocked back to 200 HP, and then you would just heal back to the normal 250 max, is what it sounds like. Okay. Are you wanting extensive intel from the track zombies team about the launch maps? Check out the main zombies blog here. Check out my videos in other videos on my channel. Perks. Wisp T and Augment Intel. 12 perks, Wisp T. Again, they're actually just like copy-pasting some information here. So I'll just summarize for you guys. Basically, Wisp T creates a wisp that shoots out at a zombie, and then it won't end the round, also, to be clear. And then it'll attack the zombie for a bit, and then the perk will go on cooldown for like 2 minutes. So it's kind of inspired by Luna from Black Ops 4. So, the augments for it, as we talked about in the main blog post, are the different types of wisp that you can get. So, a more damage wisp revives you while it's active, attracts enemies and does damage, or it heals you. So those are different majors. Then you can increase the wisp lifetime, decrease the cooldown before it can be summoned. It's 2 minutes at base. It will attract and avoid damaging the last zombie in the round, so it'll basically babysit the final zombie for you, which is good. And the wisp will pick up items and power-ups for you as well. So that's where we got to in the main blog post. This is also some main blog post information, but we'll zoom through this very quickly. Perk-a-Cola and Der Wonderfizz updates. The base purchase price of Perk-a-Colas is based on previously purchased perks and increases to the price. Now, don't include ones you may have obtained for free. So if you get a free perk, it's not going to make your perk more expensive in the Wonderfizz. Wonderfizz machines became available around 25 before, but in Black Ops 7, it's dependent on your teammates and yourself. It arrives after a certain number of perks have been bought by all players. Cool. So you can get Wonderfizz a bit more easily before round 25. Let's talk about returning perks. Jug. Increases max health from 100 to 250. Probiotic increases max health with Jug from 250 to 300. Wait. Oh, sorry. Jug increases it to 250, and then this increases it to 300. Okay. Turtle Shell. Armor acts as a shield on your back, completely absorbing damage to your rear. And then the adjustment here is armor completely absorbs damage to your back while also now allowing normal damage mitigation to your front. Ooh, okay. So it actually benefits you from the front as well, which is good. That's a good thing. Reactive armor. When an armor plate breaks, nearby normal enemies are stunned for a short time, and the new one is Iron Core. Your health is increased when all your armor plates are broken. Cool. So that basically means you need armor slightly less. So that's actually really good. I don't know if it's going to be better than reactive armor, because reactive armor is so good. But for those of you that don't want to use armor, that's massive. Now, have they lowered the base health? The base health is 100. So, does that mean that it's going to be 2 hit down? That's kind of crazy, because that was wasn't that 150 before? I feel like in Black Ops 6 that was 150. Unless the zombies do less damage now? I don't know. We'll see if they talk about that in some of the other blog post stuff, but that's very interesting. Because this then brings it further to 300. Yeah. As it did before. Interesting. Minor augments. Retaliation, bonus damage when your health is low. Hardened plates, plates have more damage mitigation. Adjustment, the mitigation has been reduced slightly. What are we doing? Why are we nerfing augments? Why? Why are we doing this, bro? Why? Just make them more interesting, dog. Like, Durable plates increase armor durability. And shake it off. Incoming damage will now occasionally be significantly reduced. Weird. I think that's a tough one to judge without testing it. I think It might be crazy OP if it occasionally happens often, but it might also be completely useless. I mean, like, what do you guys think? Do you have a strong feeling on that one? I think that this also, to be honest, it might be okay. It might be fine. It's just going to have to depend on how the game feels. And like, if they're making health changes, I guess we'll see. I suppose we'll see. So that's Jug. PhD. Dive to prone. Your usual stuff. Major augments. Gravity MD. Falling from heights creates explosions. Dr. Ram. For short bursts, sprinting into normal enemies knocks them down. PhD Slider. Oh, this also works while tactical sprinting. So we're still tac sprinting in zombies? I thought we were not doing that anymore. I thought that they were saying, is it a stam augment now? Oh. Let's keep moving then, and we'll see if that comes up in stam. So, PhD Slider. Sliding into enemies triggers explosions, but the adjustment is effectiveness when side swiping has been reduced. This triggers when impact occurs during the direction of travel. Does that mean if you slide and you clip a zombie with the side of you, it's less effective? Is that what they're going with there? If that's the case, I don't like that change. Because I don't think that PhD Slider should only be for sliding headfirst into zombies. I think that part of what makes it fun is using it to dash into gaps. So this is just making it less fun to me. That sucks. New. Double whammy. Release a second explosion shortly after the first one. Okay. Fine, I guess. Minor augments. Environmentalist, immune to environmental damage when sliding. EOD, reduced height and distance requirements for explosions. Tribologist, sliding distance and speed are increased. Oh god, they've adjusted it. Please don't be enough. Please don't be enough. Please don't be enough. The slide speed and increase... No! No! The slide speed increase and general speed bonus have been lessened. Bro, how are they just nerfing? What are they doing? This is like the most fun thing in Black Ops 6. This is literally like one of the best parts of the game. L. New stuntman. Wall jumping creates an explosion. Wall jumping? Wall jump. Excuse me. I knew that wall jumping was in Black Ops 7, right? I knew it was in the game. I did not realize they were putting it in zombies as well. Wall jumping. Interesting. I can't wait for the first Easter egg to have a step that we're all stuck on for a while. And then we realize that we just had to wall jump the whole time. I can't wait for that to happen. Joe says they're removing tac sprint and super sprinters, so it makes sense to reduce the tribologist speed. Well, the thing is, though, the blog post made it sound like they only slightly lessened the total number of super sprinters. So, I don't know. Again, it will all of this will come down to how it plays, like at the end of the day. But, and I guess it says slightly. Maybe it will still be good. We're just gonna have to wait and see. We're really gonna have to wait and see with a lot of this. Attacks can trigger random ammo mods. That's elemental pop. Citrus focus. If a weapon has an ammo mod applied, pop will only activate that one. Imperil peach. Enemies that hit you have a chance to trigger a random ammo mod. Electric cherry. Reloading creates an electric damage discharge. I'm kind of sad that they didn't improve this. Personally, I feel like electric cherry could be a lot more interesting. And I don't know. It's just like, it fell quite flat for me in Black Ops 6. And I think an adjustment might have made sense here. Rainbow Pop. Weapons with an ammo mod equipped have a chance to deal the elemental damage that an enemy is weak to. Oh, hold on. This is interesting. Weapons with an ammo mod equipped have a chance to deal the elemental damage that an enemy is weak to. So does that mean if I have Napalm Burst on, but an enemy is weak to Deadwire, then it's going to do elemental Deadwire damage? Milo forgetting that you can use 2 augments. No, Elon, you cannot use 2 majors. That is just wrong. False information. You are spreading misinformation. You can use 2 minors, not 2 majors. It's a chance. Yeah, this sounds like it could be pretty good. But we'll have to see. In Black Ops 6, quite often, there's like one ammo type that you can kind of get away with per map that's like really strong. And I wonder if they're going to try and mix that up this year. Still waiting for the sync? Jesus, okay. Let's keep reading. Minor augments. Vulnerabine. Increase enemy elemental weakness damage. Adjustment. This has been lessened by a modest amount. Okay, so that's another nerf. Pineapple Blast. Equipment can also trigger random ammo mod. Reduce all ammo mod cooldowns. And then the new one. Killing a special or elite enemy with its elemental weakness resets your elemental pop cooldown. Oh, that's quite nice, actually. I think that's quite a nice change. Just resetting that cooldown as much as you can for popping elites. So yeah, I rate it. That's pretty cool. But why are we nerfing Vulnerabine? Chat, do you guys think Vulnerabine was OP before? Can I get your opinions on that? Do we think that was OP? Like, did that deserve a nerf? Like, because it's not a slight amount. It's a modest amount. So, like, this is actually a meaningful nerf to Vulnera. You think that it deserves the nerf, Infamous? It made it feel like it was worth buying the perk? That's what I'm saying. Matt, thank you for the gifted sub. Like, wouldn't it be better for just all the perks to have strong stuff? You don't think it was OP? Okay, a lot of people seem to disagree with you, Infamous, that, like, people do not agree that it was OP. It barely noticeable, didn't deserve a nerf at all. Seems like there's a little bit of conversation on this one. Maybe in combination with Rainbow Pop it is too strong. Well, you can't use... Oh, wait, actually, sorry. Yeah, no, Vulnera's a minor, yeah. Interesting. I mean, we'll see. Melee Mac. Replace weapon gun butt with a deadly punch. The damage of each punch continues to increase until round 30. The punch is faster. Expect different damage multipliers depending on the melee weapons you use. Okay. Interesting. Majors. Espresso. Melee attacks are faster. Vampiric. They heal a small amount. Triple shot. Your punch can hit multiple enemies at once. Mocha Maul is the new major. The punch is replaced with your dedicated melee weapon. Okay, so there's also like some interesting changes to melee weapons just generally in this game. That's going to be in the main blog post. Also, I'm seeing PM in the chat saying, just got free samples. I'm so glad, dude. I'm so glad. I'm glad I could hook you up. He's talking about the GamerSup samples. Yeah, happy to be of service. Link in the description if anyone else wants to grab some free samples. So, minor augments. Stick and move. Backpedal speed is increased, same as before. Strength training. Your punch can one-hit kill normals for more rounds. Adjustment. The number of rounds you can one-hit normal enemies has been increased. Good. A buff. Good. This is good. Mugging. Melee kills reload a portion of your held weapon. And Barista Brawl is the new one. Gain more essence from melee kills. So that is good. But how much do you gain from a melee kill normally? Is it 90? Is it normally 90 base? Because if they can make it so that this is in line with getting crits, that's huge. It's 105. It's the same as a crit already for a melee? Is it? It is already the same as a crit? Okay. So, I mean, that's actually really good then. Like, yeah, I thought it was 105. It is less than a crit. Okay. I knew it was less than a crit, but I just didn't know exactly whereabouts it like sat. So, yeah, if this brings it up to a place where it's like, imagine if you got 130 per melee. That would be dope. Because I feel like these miners have always been a little bit underwhelming. Backpedal speed, meh. One punch for longer, meh. They reload a portion of your held weapon. This is only... Also, is this called mugging in Black Ops 6? Have they changed the name? Am I tripping? I swear that was not called mugging before. I'm going to actually look this up real quick. I don't know if I'm just getting hit with a serious case of my brain doesn't work, but wasn't it Hidden Impact? Wasn't that its name? Like, I'm pulling up my Chronorium.com site, and where's Melee Mac? I just had it. Melee Macchiato, Hidden Impact. Melee kills reload a portion of your held weapon. So they've changed it to mugging. That's such a weird change. We mugging now, I guess. Okay. Fine. Yeah. I suppose that's fine. Sure. Whatever. Vulturade. Increase the variety of loot dropped by enemies. Fetid upgrade. I swear this was called like Fetid Air before. Was it always called Fetid Upgrade? Is that... am I tripping? On death, zombies have a chance to create a gas cloud that charges your field upgrade. Smell of death. On death, zombies have a chance to create a gas cloud that conceals you while you stand in it. Parting gift. Vulture aid. Ammo drops give more ammo to wonder weapons. This is obviously crazy good. Thank you for donating to tell me to stop coughing. I appreciate that, Unknown Burger. And then Armormatic. Picking up an armor plate automatically applies it to your vest. Now hold on. Does this mean that we can basically play as if the armor system doesn't exist? Probably not quite that to that extent, but we at least just don't have to manually be playing all the time. So this is pretty goated. This is basically Cold War style. Right? Where you run over a plate and you just grab it. And that would mean, that's actually such a good point, RTJ. With reactive armor, if your plate breaks, it's going to automatically plate up again without you having to do the animation. This could be pretty huge. Damn, okay. W. That's a big W on that one. Let's look at the minor augments for Vulturade. Auto pick up loot from further away. Crit kills have a chance to drop extra salvage. Zombies have a higher chance of dropping your current equipment. Adjustment for Picky Eater. The chance to drop has been lessened slightly. Boo! Man! I don't want them to keep nerfing all these things. Just make the other stuff more compelling. Like, there have been more nerfs than buffs in these changes, which doesn't really make sense to me. Like, why are we doing that? Special and elite enemies you kill have a chance to drop a large essence vial. Oh. Okay. So, I guess the question will be, how much essence and how often? I mean, part of me thinks this is still not actually going to be that good, just because by the time you're fighting enough special and elite enemies for this to really make a difference, you've already got like a good number of points usually by then anyway. So I don't know if this is going to actually feel that good. It might feel okay. It sort of depends what the values are. But I like, Picky Eater is so good, even if it's nerfed. Like, I love Picky Eater because it's just fun to use. And I feel like the extra salvage, especially if suppressors are no longer giving as large a salvage drop bonus, I feel like I would much rather have more salvage than more points slightly later into the game. So, like, low-key, I think these are the go-tos, man. I don't think anyone's going to really be picking other stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to test all these things, obviously. I'll be doing a bunch of testing, like, augment testing videos at launch for sure. PHX Rises, thank you for the prime. Double tap. Double jeopardy. Normal zombies at low health have a chance to die immediately when shot. Double standard. All non-crit shots do double damage. Double impact. Double hits on the same target in quick succession deal more damage. And now, double dealer. Every fourth bullet in your weapon magazine deals double damage. I guess that's... No, actually, no. I think that just sounds a bit boring. Like... Is that good? Yeah, Kingman's like, I can't lie, I think they ran out of ideas with that one. Every fourth bullet does double damage. I guess it's just an LMG perk, right? Like an LMG augment? Yeah. Like something with a crazy high mag. Normal zombies are, let's compare it against these. Normal zombies have a chance to die immediately when shot. All non-crit shots do double damage. So anytime you miss a crit, it basically crits. Double hits in quick succession deal more damage. Does anyone off the top of their head know the multiplier on that? Do we have any multiplier knowers? It's 50%. So I don't know. It's like, it's good. Like it's going to be helpful, right? But it's not like, I don't look at that and I don't think like, wow, that's going to be so fun to use. But it's going to be an increase in your power. So like, I'm not mad about it, I suppose. And personally, I never found these that compelling. So I think I'm just going to go with this now, basically always. Pretty much. So yeah. I guess it's fine. Minor augments. Double time, same. Double or nothing. Weapons have a chance to inflict double damage, but also have a chance to inflict 0 damage. Double play. Killing 2 enemies in quick succession will have a chance to return 2 rounds to your magazine. Only applies to normal bullet weapons, so no adjustments here. And then double down. Bullet weapons have increased penetration damage through enemies. Huh. Okay. That actually sounds like that might be a pretty big addition. Because bullet pen in zombies has really not been something we've been able to build into as much as I would have liked for a long time. To get more of this going and mow down a massive horde all at once with the increased penetration and then with a second minor augment of maybe killing 2 enemies gives you 2 rounds in your mag. Although, that's more good for snipers because it's 2 whole enemies and 2 rounds. It's good for like one hitting stuff. So maybe just like double time and double down. I feel like that's dope. That's really cool. Quick revive. Recover health and revive allies faster. As expected. EMT. Reviving an ally allows them to keep all the perks on their bleed out circle. Adjustment. Players with this augment now keep up to 5 of their perks when revived. Now, I have felt like some of the quick revive augments over the years have been a bit wonky. So an improvement here is something that I'm very much in favor of. So good. That is good. If you have quick revive when downed, killing an enemy will revive you. This can be done up to 3 times. Adjustment. Now you always go into your last stand pose. Quick is no longer removed. And you keep all perks if you kill an enemy while downed. Oh, big. Very big. They actually made this nice. Like, it doesn't feel like ass to use anymore. That's so big. Dying Wish. Quick is removed on you still. Fine. Adrenaline Rush is the new one. Killing a special or elite will start your health regen. Meh. Absolutely boring. I could not care less. Crutch perk. Hands down. Crutch augment. Everyone's going to be using equivalent. No one's using this. This is ass. This needs a buff before the game comes out. Like, dead ass, this needs a buff. A pre-launch buff. Because this is just boring. Who cares? Like, if it started your health regen and overhealed you to 500% HP, I'd be interested. But, like, it's just, no one's going to care about that. Like, straight up, no one's going to care. Minor augments. Swift recovery. Reviving an ally increases both of your movement speeds. Comment return revives you to full health. Slow death. Increase your time in last stand. New emergency med kit. You can now craft a self-revive up to 4 times. Wow. Wow. I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think this is going to make people's life easier, but I don't know if making people's life easier in the revives department is good for the health of the game. Like, yes, we would all love infinite self-revives, right? Don't get me wrong. But they made a choice to limit self-revive crafting for a reason. And I don't know. Part of me is just like, if they're going to make that decision, they should back themselves. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, you get 2 minors, right? So it's fine. It's not taking away from these 3. But yeah. All right. Fine, I guess. Just an extra self-res. Whatever. Deadshot. Improve ADS as expected. Majors. Deadhead. Same. Dead first. Same. Dead again. Say. Oh, no. Dead again has been changed. Critical hits have a chance of adding a bullet to your magazine. A cooldown has been added. So they did actually mention this in the wider blog post. This is a slight nerf to Deadshot. Yeah. It's another nerf. And I'm really sad about this one. I kind of get it. But I just don't like seeing nerfs in my PvE video game. So, new. Dead to rights. Bullets deal bonus damage to enemies within point blank range. Ooh. This could be crazy for shotguns. And shotguns are already good. So it's going to depend what point blank is. But, I mean, this could be bananas. This could be really bananas. So I'm very curious to see that. Minor augments. Dead break. Increase bullet damage to armor pieces. Dead draw, same, no adjustment. Dead set, no adjustment. Dead heat. Temporarily increase your movement speed after getting a point-blank kill. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dead to rights combined with dead heat? Now we're talking. Shotguns are going to be on fire, bro. This is a crazy combo. You do bonus damage with your shotgun, and then you get a movement speed buff. Run into the next zombie, immediately bludgeon it to death with your shotgun again. Shotgun meta's going to go crazy. Damn. Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for synergy. I'm here for it. Death perception. Treasure Hunter unchanged. Death Stare unchanged. Critical Eye unchanged. Sixth Sense. See enemies close behind you. Oh, sorry. See enemies close behind you and take less damage from behind. Oh, I missed an adjustment. You're so right. In Critical Eye, small chance that a body shot becomes a crit shot. Adjustment. A slight cooldown has been added and does not work with explosive weapons or wonder weapons. Yeah. So this is the thing that they mentioned in the wider blog post. They've nerfed it. They added the cooldown and they nerfed it. So that's another nerf. And I've seen some comments in the chat saying, like, based on, I think someone said Shattered Veil high rounds, some of these nerfs are justified. So, like, fair enough. Okay. But Sixth Sense, enemies close behind you, just seeing them feels like a weird thing to spend a major on. But taking less damage from behind? That's pretty crazy. I wonder how much less damage. Could be kind of crazy, right? Minor augments. Bird's eye view. The minimap's scan rate is increased. That's unchanged. Extra change unchanged. Further insight unchanged. Hidden gems is new. Death perception can now see loot. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like death perception should already be able to see loot. Like, isn't that its purpose? Why do we need an augment to, like, make it see things that it should already be seeing? Like, I swear it can already see loot. I'm very confused what they're even talking about here. Because, like, we've already got stuff where it can do stuff like the missed loot from loot containers, where, like, you've got extra stuff, right? Like, stuff where you wouldn't normally get loot from stuff, but you get it once you have death perception and you have this stuff on. So it almost makes me think that they, like, accidentally cut this sentence off and it was meant to continue. Like, it can see loot on a zombie before you kill it, or can see loot, like, I don't even know, bro. This just doesn't feel like this is written right. I think they might have just made a typo. Or am I tripping? Like, it does in Cold War not be 06? I think they should have just made that base functionality of the perk then. Yeah. I don't know. That is not, that should just be better, basically. Stamina up, increased movement speed. Cool. I'm very curious about this. Free faller, immune to fall damage. Dasher, enable tack sprint with increased duration. So tack sprinting is back in Black Ops 7 Zombies. It is back. And it is back specifically with Dasher enabled. Stalker means you can walk faster while aiming. Guns up means you can fire while sprinting. Do we like having an optional ability to turn on tack sprint? Do we like that? Because this is basically gung-ho, right? The perk. Fire while sprinting backwards is huge. We can sprint backwards now. That's true. I mean, I guess that could be interesting with Omni movement, right? To try and encourage a bit more Omni movement craziness. Interesting. Minor augments. Hard target. Quarterback unchanged. Hot foot unchanged. So that's interesting. They nerfed some of, like, they nerfed Tribologist, but they didn't nerf Hot foot. So Hot foot still is going to make you rapid after your equipment kills an enemy. Like, thank God. Yeah, seriously. What a wonderful day for Hot foot to not be nerfed. That's good news. Footwork. Increase non-forward sprinting speed. Is this going to mean that all the speedruns in Black Ops 7 happen sideways? Oh my God. I don't know if they realize what they've done. Bro, oh my God. All the speedruns are going to happen looking in someone's ear, bro. We're going to be crab speedrunning. Literally. Nah. Treyarch, do you realize what you have unleashed on the community? Bro, no, it's going to be insane. We are going to be like, all right, loading in. 3, 2, 1, speedrun. Sideways the entire time, bro. The view's going to be here. Like, it's just going to be so weird. That's going to be so weird. Yo, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, legend. Appreciate that, man. It'll still be slower than forward? Wait, but why? No. I think you underestimate the speedrunners, J-God. I think you underestimate them. They, like, I will see. I would put money. I see at least one speedrun in the first week of launch, and they are running sideways to gain a movement speed buff. I guarantee it. Let's make an augment build video together. You're cooking. I'm down, Kingman. We can do that at some point. Like, we can do that tomorrow or something if you wanted. Speed cola. Let's keep it moving now. Also, yeah, with no tack sprint, bro, everyone's gonna be running backwards the whole time. It's gonna be crazy. Okay. Speed cola. Major augments, supercharged, same. Classic, same. Phantom, same. Okay, no adjustments here. New, ammo surge. Gain a burst of speed when initiating a reload. Oh my God, the speedrunners, dude. The speedrunners. Sideways reloading their guns, bro. Like, they will be sideways no matter what. They cannot be stopped, dog. They cannot be stopped, bro. They're gonna be... The whole thing is gonna be this. They're gonna be jumping around the maps like, bro, I'm going so fast right now. They'll be reload canceling, spamming that thing 1,000,000 times. Oh my God. It's gonna be chaos, dude. A burst of speed when initiating a reload is... Yeah. Dude, can you imagine if it was like a bigger burst of speed if you had less left in your mag? And so it meant that like... Like if something was like a 1 bullet mag... That would just be the meta of like, maybe there's like a pistol. Let's say there's like a big pistol that's just like shoots like a crazy big bolt. And we're just like constantly just firing off our one massive, or an RPG, bro. That's even better. Kingman is sideways, crab mode, like crouching, RPG on shoulder, canceling the reload the entire time, going 1,000,000 miles an hour sideways. Every time he finishes canceling the reload, he tomahawks a zombie to his side to get the hot foot boost, and then he gets the, like, bro, this is gonna be actually comedy. It's gonna be so funny, bro. Okay. Minor augments. Reloading has a chance to not use stock ammo. Bro, that RPG is never running out of rockets. You're never running out, bro. Holy moly. They had no idea they would unlock the spicy crab. Yeah, literally. Ammo mods, okay. Fireworks and augment intel. The elemental upgrades you secure for your weapons through the arsenal machine using salvage return There are 6 to choose from. You can apply a single ammo mod to any weapon you're carrying. You can have an ammo mod active on any of your loadout weapons, 2 main and 1 melee. Each weapon requires a separate ammo mod purchase. They give the effective weapon a percentage chance to... That's got to say chance, right? Not a percentage change. Percentage chance to inflict a special effect if an attack lands on an enemy. Gamer stops, please save me. The ammo mod also usually has an elemental damage effect, which can inflict extra damage on enemies that are weak to a particular element. After an ammo mod activates, it enters a cooldown state before the chance activation begins again. Okay. New ammo mod. Fireworks. Each bullet that hits a normal or special has a chance to launch fireworks that target enemies. To launch fireworks... Oh, fireworks that target enemies. Got it. I've actually used this, chat. Yeah. I've used this. When I went to Treyarch in August, I got fireworks on my gun. And it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's like colorful. It was all right. It didn't feel like OP at the time, but they've tweaked a lot of the balance from that stuff since our event. So I like it. I think visually it's more colorful and exciting than Black Ops 3. But it is a returning thing, and I'm tired of being drip-fed old content. So it's a mixed bag, I'd say. Last seen in Black Ops 3, it's as brightly colored as it is deadly, filling the air and illuminating the nearby combat zone in a fiery light show, leading to a series of firework explosions that detonate and rip the undead apart in a vivid display of wanton violence. As the initial explosive light show has occurred, damaging zombies caught in the vicinity, stars are launched into the skies before exploding. The subsequent explosion launches a set of individual flares from the stars that fly out and home in on additional random threats within the general vicinity. The chance of activating depends on the enemy type. Once the light show's over, expect a cooldown before it's available again. I mean, we all know how ammo mods work, so no surprises there. Hayden, thank you for the 6 months. Major augments. Big game. Fireworks can be activated on elites. Starburst. Fireworks explodes immediately, sending flares through enemies in all directions. Weeping Willow. Instead of targeting enemies, the flares will land on the ground and explode for a while. And Fire Wheel. Create 2 fire wheels that spin around and damage enemies. I think that's going to be probably my major of choice at first glance. I'm going to test them out, obviously. I'll do all my usual testing. But just having an extra wheel sounds like that would be really OP for just, like, shredding stuff. Minor augments. Starlight. Fireworks launches more flares. Okay. Big Bang. Fireworks, flares deal more damage to specials and elites. High Yield increases the area. Short Fuse reduces the cooldown. Okay. Kind of boring minor augments here. Would have been nice if there was something that felt like it really directly synergized with the majors. This is just a criticism I have of the augment system in general, is Treyarch just doesn't get inventive enough with it often enough, in my opinion. And sometimes they are just a bit dry. But hey, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. Ammo mods. The following is the latest intel on the returning ammo mods. Brain Rot. Toxic damage. There is an adjustment here. Brain rotted zombies will now avoid killing the last zombie in a round. This is feedback that we gave them when I went to Treyarch, and they've implemented it, so thank you, Treyarch, for that. Major augments. Plague unchanged. Pheromone unchanged. Big Game is changed. So Brain Rot can charm elites. This charms elite enemies more frequently. It's a buff. Very good, thank you. Caustic Fumes. Charmed enemies deal toxic damage to nearby enemies. That could be good. That's going to have to be a test and find out situation. It's like actually hard to say whether that like damage cloud is going to actually make any difference. Or if it's going to just like do nothing. But could be good. Could be really good. We're just going to have to wait and see. Minor augments. An extension unchanged. Haste. Explosive. And Super Serum increase the damage dealt by charmed enemies. I don't know. That's not that interesting. I feel like that should just be a baseline buff to the ammo mod. I think the charmed enemy should just do more damage. Do you know what I mean? So, meh. Napalm burst. No adjustments here. You thought they already one-shot? Don't they already one-shot? I don't believe if it's a... Like, if it's a chunky enemy, you're not going to get one-shot, right? Like, if you're fighting a mangler or something, it's not going to one-shot a mangler. And thinking about it, I don't know if they even... Do they one-shot in regular zombies? I actually can't remember if they do. I don't think they do. So this will just make it more likely that they do, I guess. Anyway, Napalm Burst. Big game's been changed. This burns elite enemies more frequently. W. Okay. That's good. Nice to see a buff. Petroleum. Napalm Burst leaves a pool of fire on the ground. Interesting. So they're kind of changing these to give them a little bit more AoE stuff. Now, whether this is any good or not remains to be seen. I hope it's a big pool of fire. That'd be cool. I also really wish that they would bring back some of the interactions that we had at launch with these, where you could like chain stuff together more. These have been unchanged, and then backdraft, increase the activation radius. The activation radius. It's kind of ambiguous. Does that mean more zombies get affected by it at once? I guess. It's just weird, the activation, because the activation is on a zombie. But I guess this sort of makes it sound like... What radius are we talking? Are we talking a cone of your view, where it's like, within that cone, all the zombies get napalm bursted? We just need to test this and find out. It's a little confusing to me. Okay. Shadow Rift. No adjustment here. Major augments. Adjustment here. So Shadow Rift activates more frequently. So that's a small buff. So that's good. No other adjustments. And then we've got Gravity Well. Shadow Rift becomes a black hole that pulls in enemies before teleporting away nearby enemy survivors. What? It pulls in enemies before teleporting away nearby enemy survivors. So it's a Casimir? But you can already jump in. Wait, no. No. That's just Casimir straight up. So it's a baby Gersh. Huh. Yeah. Okay. I feel like that's quite interesting, actually. If it's something that forcibly teleports people away, it's going to be amazing for trolling. Like, very good for trolling. But it might force you to jump in like a Casimir. Enemy, not teammates. Wait. Oh, yeah. It's not for you after all. Enemy survivors. So it's not... I thought this was nearby, like, friends could jump in. But it's actually... It pulls in enemies, and then enemies that don't get pulled in just get teleported away. Huh. Okay. Yeah, an inverse baby Gersh. Yeah. Interesting. We'll have to test that. We'll have to test it. Minor augments. No adjustments. Ammo theorem. Teleporting enemies away adds ammo to your weapon magazine from stock. That's kind of interesting, I guess. I personally think that Shadow Rift just needs a quality of life pass anyway. I personally think it just works a bit weirdly. I'd love for this whole thing to just get a little bit reworked to be a little bit more exciting, personally. I know it's got its uses, but like, I don't know. It sounds like it could be so cool, but then it's just like weirdly awkward a lot of the time. Let's see. Deadwire. No change to its base here. Major augments. Big game. Slightly sooner stunning, so that's a small buff. That's good. New Ball Lightning. Activating Deadwire launches an orb that deals electric damage to nearby enemies as it moves. Huh. That sounds like that could be interesting. Like a big plasma ball that spawns in and roams around a little bit. Ball Lightning. I'm curious about it. Welcome back, Dark Flare. Yeah. Minor augments. No adjustments here. Aftershock. Enemies that are stunned by Deadwire have a chance to spread to nearby enemies. So I think this means is the stun effect has a chance to spread. And that's good. I like that idea. I think that sounds like a cool minor. Yeah. It's going to depend on what this chance is. If this happens like once, like that's one of the problems that they did with Napalm Burst, in my opinion, is they gutted it at launch and they reduced the amount of like spreading that it could do. And it just made it so much less exciting. Like, I'd love to be able to actually combo this in some exciting ways. That would be really dope. Cryo Freeze. Majors, adjustment. This slows elite enemies more frequently on big game, so they've just buffed big game, basically. Ice Cloud has also been adjusted. So enemies that are killed while frozen may leave a cloud that slows enemies. A cooldown's been employed to adjust and lessen the number of ice clouds appearing. L! Massive L, bro. Why are we nerfing this? I don't even personally think that this was OP. It was just fun. Do you think it was overpowered or was it just strong? Because I thought it was strong, but in a fun way. Personally. So I don't feel like it needed a nerf. I just think that you guys just make some of the other augments a little bit more exciting. I think it was good. The new one is Cold Company. Cryo Freeze has a chance to activate on more than one enemy at a time. Okay. I'm intrigued. How many enemies? I'm very intrigued. I hope that we get some answers, or I look forward to testing this. It would be really sick if it was like 10. That'd be really cool. Zadora just says, 2, smile. Let's keep going. Minor augments, no changes here. Thermal shock. Enemies are damaged once they are unfrozen. Meh. It's kind of boring. I'm never going to use that. It's kind of boring. Field upgrades. Toxic growth. So this, again, is another returning feature from a past game. And I have to say, I'm sick of it, bro. I have to make that clear every time. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make that like personal policy from here on out, right? Anytime they come along and they're like, oh, we're releasing an old perk from 2 years ago. It's boring, bro. Give me new content, please. So, they've made some changes. Field upgrades have lower charge costs earlier in matches. The number of foes you need to defeat before the field upgrade is fully charged and can be activated. Interesting. Noob-friendly change. Expect to slay a small additional number of enemies before activation as the rounds progress. Each additional... Huh? What? Each additional use will have a slightly increased cost to fully charge. No, man. That's No. L. I'm sorry. That sucks ass. That's just so annoying. Like, I really don't... It's frustrating, because, like, I think that there's an argument to be made that this needs to happen to promote, for example, to promote variation in maybe, like, high rounds, maybe? I would need to talk to a more knowledgeable high rounder to get their opinion on this. But this just, it feels like a change that they've made because of something like high rounds, but this negatively impacts everybody playing the game. Everybody. And I just don't think that that's how they should nerf things. I really don't like it. I really don't like it. Maybe it caps out, right? And if they come out and they say, each use will have a slightly increased cost up to a hard limit, and then that hard limit is a chill number, then it's sort of, it's fine, right? It's dealable with. But if it literally does increase forever, and then, like, you could use a field upgrade, you could use an Ether Shroud, for example, and then you just can't charge it up again because it's going to take 1,000 kills. Like, now, okay, let me devil's advocate against myself here, right? For the sake of balance, I want to make sure I'm presenting both sides. There could be an interesting world where if the meta in this game meant that your field upgrades charged from... I mean, this is just not the way it's going to be, but, like, let's just explore the idea. Let's say your field upgrade charged based on round progress, right? So, like, no matter how a zombie died, if you take out 100 zombies, right, you get your field upgrade charge back. Let's just talk about that for a second. If that were the case from any source of zombie death, then later in the rounds, you've got more zombies. You just categorically have more zombies coming at you. So if you found a really efficient way to take all those down, it requiring more zombies to charge would actually be low-key fine, because you'd be killing those zombies in greater numbers anyway, and so you'd be getting it back regardless. So the balance that I want to present here is that if they find some kind of smart solution so that high rounders still get it back based on the fact that they're killing more zombies, then I'm less frustrated by this change. The problem with that argument, though, and the reason I'm devil's advocating and this isn't my actual core position, is that if they wanted it to be that, well, you're killing more zombies in higher rounds, so it's not going to affect you much anyway, why make the change in the first place? Do you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? So, I don't know. I think that this just needs elaboration from Treyarch. And we'll see. We'll see. I think it's maybe a little too early to evaluate, but I would like them to speak to this. And I'd like Kevin Drew maybe to lead the charge with something like that. That would be really awesome. That would be really good. It's not new. Can we stop lying? Can we just, like, not be lying on the internet? This is not new. It's just, like, straight up misleading to say it's new. It's just not. Supporting a more defensive playstyle. Useful if you're guarding a narrow entry point from an advancing horde. Toxic growth allows you to deploy a thicket of viciously sharp thorns that have the additional benefit of being poisonous. Hold down and block pathways and or incoming enemies with the latest in mutant plant life. Add a powerful improvement to your capabilities that inflicts toxic damage. The bush of vines grows rapidly on the ground with a specific width, height, and depth to learn the dimensions of to aid in tactical placement. Enemies that move through toxic growth are slowed as they are poisoned and torn apart, as the toxic growth weakens before finally disintegrating after time, or after inflicting a set amount of damage. The growths don't harm you or your teammates. No more than 3 toxic growths can be active at once. Major augments. Urticant. Toxic growth takes up a wider area, and enemies that enter the growth continue to be slower after leaving it. Okay, so it's just bigger. Core Deception. The first normal or special to walk into the growth is entangled and charmed, attacking other enemies that enter. Interesting. Is it going to be slowed in it? Like a slow charmed zombie would be kind of weird. Oh my goodness me. Holy moly. Dude, it was the pollination. It got me. I read the word pollination and my allergies started going crazy. Zucchari. Oh, wait. Sorry, no. Pollination. Enemies killed by the growth explode, dealing toxic damage to nearby enemies and slowing them. Zucchari. The first normal or special enemy to walk into the growth becomes the toxic growth. Huh. That's actually so funny sounding. Is the zombie gonna wear the growth? Like, is it gonna have a bush? Yo, that sounds crazy. Is it gonna wear a bush? Is it gonna waddle around with the bush? That sounds like it could be pretty funny. Sounds pretty funny. Minor augments. Ankle Shredder. Enemies moving through the growth are even slower. Green Thumb increases the growth health. Extra Charge, standard. And Plant Food. Killing enemies with toxic growth has a chance to drop healing fruit. Oh, okay. Well, I know what I'm going to build, right? At the end of the day, I want a bigger bush. No, actually, I think I want the zombie to have the bush. And then I can just make the bush. I can make more bushes. All right, so returning field upgrades. Here are the 5 returning field upgrades. Dark Flare. Move on, chat. Move on. Major augments. Extension. Significantly increases the duration. All right, unchanged. Dark Pact is changed. Beam heals and revives other players. The revive speed has been increased to ensure down players are revived more rapidly. Good. In my opinion, this sucked ass before. So I'm glad that this is improved. Minor augments. Broad Beans. Unchanged. Dusk Flame. Enemies that are hit by the beam are dealt additional shadow damage over time. I just low-key feel like enemies that hit by the beam should disintegrate into dust in the wind immediately, dog. Like, meh. Wow, GameStop's offer was legit free, no credit card asked for. I told you, Ominous. I told you. Listen, when those samples arrive and you're drinking the Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, you better think of me. You better think of Code Milo, okay? You better. Healing Aura. Heal all nearby players immediately. Major augments. Resilience. All affected players have their health regeneration delayed. Okay, unchanged. New Necromancer. Healing Aura can now revive dead allies. Damn, you can just respawn people. That's kind of interesting. Could I use that IRL? I feel like there might be some. Anyone got the necromancy hookup, chat? Do we have any necromancers in here that can teach me a thing or two? I feel like I could make use of this. Minor augments. Unchanged. Cornucopia. Affected players get a health overcharge. So they've talked about the overheal mechanic. They haven't given us a huge amount of new info. Wait, I missed a major in Dark Flare? Did I? Oh, I did. You're actually so right. The beam now deals additional damage in a cone in front of you. It should have just done that anyway! Ah! Cool. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, my bad. You just got some game stops as well? Hell yeah, Ish. Let's talk about Frenzied Guard. This is the same as ever. Major augments. Phalanx. Allies can repair armor from kills while near you. Okay, same as ever, same as ever, same as ever. Fists of Frenzy. While frenzied, annihilate enemies with your fists. Huh. Okay. That sort of sounds like something out of like Doom. Yeah, exactly. Or like the beast mode in Dying Light the Beast that I've been streaming. Like it's like Hulk smash kind of mode. That sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I want to like I think I've been in Frenzied Guard before and I've been like it would just make so much sense to fist here, but instead you have to shoot. And so to give you the option, awesome. Minor augments. These are unchanged. Dual layer. While Frenzied Guard is active, armor durability is increased. Meh. 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 Whatever. Energy Mine. Majors. Unchanged. 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 Smart Mine. Energy Mine has more detonations and waits for multiple enemies to be in range for each detonation. Waits for multiple enemies to be in range. That's good. More detonations. That's good. But, like, can it compete against Turret, bro? My goat? I don't know if it can. Turret is just so good, bro. And I hated on it at launch. You just order them, why not? Hell yeah. Enjoy the samples. Minor augments. Unchanged, unchanged, unchanged. Recycle. A deployed energy mine can be recycled for field upgrade charge. Okay. That's quite cool. Does that mean I could suck up my turret and then spit it out again? Like if I slurp up my turret when it's used half of its shots, like you could slurp it and it's you still got shots left. So you could just like spit it back out again. Honestly, that sounds like that could be quite interesting for tech. Like if you sucked it up next to Nathan, because if you spit one out next to Nathan, and then you went through everything there and you got through that really fast, but then you finished Nathan, but you still had some left, you could just suck it back up again, and then you could just carry that with you and you could just like drop it any other time, like anywhere you want. You could, right? So that could work. Ether Shroud, let's see. Major augments, unchanged, unchanged, unchanged. After image. Distract enemies with a dark ether clone of yourself. So you like turn yourself into a monkey bomb. That sounds kind of cool. Minor augments, unchanged, and then deal shadow damage to enemies on activation and increase your movement speed during Ether Shroud. Speedrunners. Let's go, bro. Speedrun gang. Increase your movement speed. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Like, add it to the list, dude. Add it to the list. So, now, 7 Gobblegums. Okay. Edible power-ups. They're assembled in the same way as before. You can have 5 packs. Additional gobbles are rewarded by playing the game. All gums you've obtained will carry forward. Gums are only removed from your inventory after activation. The color of a gobble is related to its rarity. The pattern is related to its type. Gobbles have been incorporated into Dead Ops Blockade 4. Huh? Though there are purist DOA 4 modes where gobbles are disabled. Interesting. Gobblegum changes. An acquired taste. You can now destroy any gobblegum and convert it into essence. Whoa. Interesting. Okay. So you get one you don't want, and instead of leaving it in the machine, you grab it and you get more money. Speedrunners are going to be paying to win to open doors. Let's go, bro. Enough for everyone. When multiple players are accessing a gobblegum machine, expect a small cooldown every time you obtain a gobble to allow other teammates a chance to interact with the machine. No, boo, L. No. Why are you enforcing fairness? Make it unfair, bro. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually joking, guys. This is fine. It's just gonna mean that, like, if you've spun, then, like, your teammate can spin. I'm kidding. Instant gratification. Power-up summoning. I hardly even use gobblegums. Instant gratification. Power-up summoning gobblegums. Now automatically activate the power-ups they summon, adjusting the tactics of when to employ them and removing the need to physically run into them, which we talked about in the main blog post. A hasty departure. Exit strategy. Now automatically exfils the player who used the gobble, counting as a successful exfil. Whoa. This is partly due to the new exfil feature in Black Ops 7. See later in this blog below for more details. So it just exfils you in 1 second. Crazy, okay. Low key, I'm actually here for it. I think that's interesting. Yeah. Wow. It just, yeah, okay, cool. Available gobbles at launch. One new rare, which is, oh god, oh, they're going to do the news below. Okay, so there's 1 new rare, 2 new epic, 2 new legendary, 1 new ultra, and no new whimsicals. Oh, well, it says classified here. It just doesn't say 1 new here, so. Okay, let's see. Power vacuum, gift card, Armageddon, requipment, aftertaste, and round off. So again, just to be absolutely clear, power vacuum is not new, bro. Can we not be using the word new like this? Because it's just a lie. Aftertaste is not new, guys. Like, all right, let's see. A variety of potent sweet treats. Here are the 6 new gobbles arriving with 41 returning. Aftertaste. Keep all your perks after being revived. Requipment. Your equipment slots refill over time. That could actually be really OP. Not gonna lie, that could be crazy OP. It depends what the refill rate is. Power vacuum. Kills have a higher chance to spawn power-ups. Okay. Round off. Rounds prevented from advancing for 2 rounds. So this is basically the feature from Black Ops 6 directed mode, where you end a round and the same round restarts. That is what this is saying here. So you will play round 16, you will finish the round, it will activate, and then you will play round 16 again. And then you will finish the round, and you will play round 16 one more time. That is how that's going to work. Presumably, at least. So round 1 Easter eggs could be in. They really could be in. New Gobblegum Armageddon. Receive a 3-plate armor vest and full plates. Whoa. And gift card gained 30,000 essence. I actually used this at Treyarch. It's a lot of essence. Cannot be combined with other bonuses. Yeah. We'll see about that. We'll find some edge cases. We'll find them. So, I think the aftertaste being just rare is good. That's huge. Aftertaste is actually going to be one of the best gums in the game now, in my opinion. This is really potentially good. I mean, yeah, these are kind of interesting. Again, I'm a little bit disappointed that we've got 41 returning gums and only 7 new ones. Or 6 new ones. Like, it's meant to be a new game. Surely, I don't know. It just feels weird to me, man. In Black Ops 7, one or more of your chosen gobbles can be crushed during a match while they're in your inventory and converted into essence on the fly. The gobble is removed just as if it had been consumed and essence added to your inventory. Instead of using the gobble in the normal way, you have a second option to crush it. Once converted, the essence is awarded. The amount you receive is dependent on the rarity. Whimsical is the lowest, Ultra is the highest. Double points power-up stacks with the essence reward, awarding you double the normal amount of essence. The epic rarity profit sharing gobblegum also stacks with this, awarding it to nearby players. The feature may be disabled for specific zombies game modes. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I mean, does that mean that they're gonna turn it off for the Easter egg hunt so that people don't pay to win it? Because this is just like straight up pay to win. If you maxed out your credit card buying gobbles, you could load in day 1 of the Easter egg hunt and you could just crush 20 ultras and you'd have 100,000 points. You could just buy the map round 1 and just do everything round 1. So, like, low-key, I do actually hope that's disabled day 1 for the Easter egg. Otherwise, everyone else is going to be crushing their balls and reaping the benefits. And I'm not going to want to do that because I can't afford 1,000 red balls, bro. Are you crazy? They're so expensive. So everyone else is just going to be rinsing it, crushing all the balls. As soon as they get a ball, they're just going to crush it. I'm not going to want to do that, and it's going to put me at a disadvantage. And, like, that sucks. And, like, similarly with you guys, if you don't have any balls to crush, you're at a disadvantage. I don't think that's fair. So, like, I hope they turn that off for the Easter egg hunt, personally. But, I mean, generally, looks like that's the end of the blog post here. But hopefully this video has given you a bit of an insight into what their plans are for the augments in Black Ops 7 zombies and how they're changing those features. So just before we wrap, I'd like to ask you to leave a comment if you're watching this as a YouTube video. Give me a rating, 1 through 10. Just leave it. Literally, all you have to do is comment a number. Comment a 7, comment a 4, comment a 9. 1 through 10. How good was what you just saw in this massive augment-focused enhancements blog post? Just give me a number. All right? That's all I want to see in the comment section. So thank you. And I'll see you in the videos on screen right now for all the other blog post content that I'm going to be making. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of it. Let's get it.